Lump sum distribution versus a pension.
Welcome to Barry's Bites. Please join our host, attorney and financial advisor Chris Barry.
So let's say you're working, you're offered a lump sum buyout, or do you take the employer-sponsored pension? The pension will guarantee income for your life, or maybe life plus a spouse, or life plus a spouse in term, and they'll give you some different options. Or you can take it as a lump sum, roll it over to your IRA, and now take control of it. I would say just in my practice, over the past, it's been kind of 25% would take the pension, 75% would take the lump sum. But I tell you, and having these discussions with clients, 90% are taking the lump sum buyout, maybe only 10% are taking the pension. The reason for that, I think, is first of all, understand with the lump sum, you have a lot more options. Because if you just take the straight pension, it's almost like Social Security, where it's great that you have this guaranteed income, but typically that pension doesn't have any cost of living adjustments. And then also, there's not much you can do with it. Once you flip that switch, you're stuck. You can't make any changes. Versus if you take the lump sum, you roll it over to an IRA, now you have a lot more options. You have a lot more control. So that's one piece of it. Second, from a tax standpoint, understand if you flip on that pension, now you're going to be taxed on that forever. Versus if you take a lump sum, especially if you think taxes are going up in the future, you could take the lump sum, now it's an IRA, now we could do Roth conversions or move it out of the IRA, pay the tax. And now from a tax perspective, you can have a much more tax efficient retirement as well as what you leave as a legacy to the next generation. And then next, from a long-term care planning standpoint, understand if you take that straight pension and all of a sudden you need nursing home care, all that money goes to the nursing home. Versus if you were to lump sum it, we could protect that money. And then next, why people take the lump sum is if you and your spouse passed away and you didn't take, say, a term of 10 years after that, that pension's gone. Versus if you were to lump sum it out, maybe it's 800,000 or $1 million pre-tax, that would be money that would be left to the next generation. So I would say prior to say 5 years ago, 3/4 of my clients would take the lump sum, 1/4 would take the pension. Now, almost every conversation we have, and again, we're completely agnostic as it comes to like our planning strategies. We always figure out what are your goals, figure out the best strategies, and then pick the right tools. Either way, like we want to make sure whatever we're doing is in your best interest. So, but that said, when we have these conversations, it's almost always taking the lump sum. But again, I'm not saying everyone take the lump sum. I'm saying just walk through the conversation, the decision tree, and understand what you're getting into. That's our approach. Make sure we're educated on the decisions and then make the right decisions.